What's going on, guys? It's Chad. We're here back on some more Roblox. Today is actually the last day that I can play Diablo 4 for this weekend. I think it ends in like a couple hours from now. So we're back over here on Roblox because I mean, in general, it just seems like people would literally rather watch Frontlines than Modern Warfare 2 at the moment. But real quick, I want to thank everybody for all the love and support on the video yesterday. After I finished the Mastery camo out, real satisfying to finally get that done. Is it another grenade? This guy is just the grenade lord. There's no grenade indicators either, so he's just chucking them. Oh, so I remembered years ago, whenever I made a Roblox video before, what I played back then was currently the most popular FPS one that's still to this day the most popular FPS game in Roblox. Unfortunately, I'm drawing a blank right now and I can't remember the name of it. But that was the game that I ended up playing before, and it's still the most popular, but just from the looks of like the other videos that I looked into, Frontlines is the more fresh, newer experience. So, but it's also like very mechanically different from the other one. It's not just a visual thing. I'm sorry if anything I say is wrong or just not really accurate, but this is just from like watching a couple videos on creators that have actually even just made videos on the content before, just to even see what the common reception is of the game. And I thought that was impressive when I was playing. I was like, wow, I didn't even think that Roblox would even be capable of doing stuff like this. Turns out that Roblox is capable of doing virtually anything, apparently. Just look at what we're playing. I'm probably gonna have to actually download that FPS unlocker if I actually play more consistently. I really wish I was comfortable with movement on here, because the slide canceling is absurdly easy on this game, because you just hit the slide and then you can immediately just tack sprint out of it. You don't even need to like do any extra clicks or anything. You just, it's so smooth too. You just keep the momentum all the way through. It's so nice. Game is responsive. Hit registration is okay. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but I saw that Critical made a video on this recently and was like, apparently this game is better than Modern Warfare 2. He's like, I don't know if it's an exaggeration or not, but like actually gameplay decision wise, it actually is better, or at least more closely related to classic Call of Duty as opposed to, you know, what we've been getting. Imagine modding on Roblox. Loser. Wait, who's modding? Every time I think of modding, I remember playing like modded Pokemon games. I remember back when there was this one kid in school that was using a Game Shark. I also remember that there were a lot of people using Game Sharks over on the Tony Hawk games as well, where they would have like perfect balance or better balance. You could also use like the hex color wheel like for your name and stuff. I'm so like inconsistent with mouse and keyboard that like I don't even have like a consistent sensitivity that feels comfortable on any of the game. I'm pretty sure I definitely play on the lower end of sensitivities, but even then I still have a hard time controlling it. I over adjust constantly. I'm also like a huge wrist aimer. I can't do the whole arm thing because I'm not comfortable with putting my arm on the desk. I've like my entire life, I've always brought my armchair up to desk level, played like this, and just aimed with my wrist. It is what it is. I know some people from a base level, they're gonna tell me, oh dude, you gotta start using your arm. Nah, I'll just get insanely good at wrist aiming. I don't like all that arm effort. I'm a controller player. I went from using my thumbs and now you want me to use my arm? Fuck that. Just use my wrist. Effort. That's one thing that's very, very different about mouse and keyboard though. That's one thing I'm really noticing. I'd probably even notice it over on Modern Warfare 2 as well if I were to get into like mouse and keyboard lobbies only. Those are probably very far and few in between at this point. Even if you were to somehow turn off crossplay or whatever, you can really tell when somebody is shooting you with aim assist and when they're not, because when they have aim assist, they're either completely hitting every single bullet or they're missing. They don't kind of hit some of the bullets in the process. Whereas on mouse and keyboard, you can do little movements and stuff like that. And obviously you can juke people and throw off their aim as well on, you know, controller, but controller is a lot more laser beamy. Like once you start getting shot, it's over. Obviously they all got their positives and negatives. That's not even what the conversation is about, but I'm just saying I noticed the inconsistency in how people are like shooting me and then not damaging me and then damaging me and then not damaging me. Crazy thing is too, once I get off of this and then go to any other FPS game I currently play, Modern Warfare 2 being the main one, movement on Roblox feels better. Why don't they realize that like real good feeling gunplay along with it actually being fun to move around the map and shit is like all that people really like. I want a game that feels so good to just like sit in a sandbox somewhere and can just play it the entire time, just moving around. I mean, I came up on Tony Hawk game where a lot of the time it's free skate, you know what I mean? Like it's supposed to just be fun to do it. You don't need a specific mode, you don't need to do any of that. You just, in general, the gun feels nice, the movement feels nice. Existing on the game feels nice. I don't know why they actively want to try to make it feel worse. I don't know if they're using the correct term, but when they say modding on Roblox, what do they really mean? Are people like downloading some weird modifications to their thing that isn't the same thing as like a quote hack or a cheat or a mod menu, or what are we talking about? How far does it really go? Because I haven't ran into like a holy, I thought that guy was gonna knife me. The knife is so scary in this game. Someone explained it to me before, but when I was raging about trying to swap my weapon and it wouldn't let me swap, it turns out that whenever, even if there's no ammo in your current weapon, if it's swapping to the next weapon and hasn't come out completely, it'll completely cancel the animation and your character will try to shoot, you know, an empty weapon. that guy doing? Attack sprint almost feels like it is constantly up on this game as well. I don't even actually know if the slide cancel or anything like that is actually even refreshing the attack sprint. I think in general, it's just almost up at all times. I don't even know if there is any kind of cooldown at all. I think one thing that it also reminds me of is a game that I'm pretty sure doesn't have any skill-based matchmaking. I'm getting in games with people that I'm not even sure if they're actually like real players or not. I don't know if they're just there to fill up some lobbies or something, but I mean, I don't see why they would need to add bots everywhere, or if people are like, they have some kind of mod menu that's adding them or something maybe. I'm sure that there could be a million crazy things. I think a lot of people also would probably have a good time just knowing that they don't have to like try very hard every single game that they play. Whatever. I know that they do the whole engagement-based matchmaking thing, whatever. But again, it's just a game that doesn't feel like it's just punishing you for doing better. You feel rewarded for getting better. You can see the differences. You can see the gap between you and other players. You can actually see and measure your improvement. Every game doesn't need to be like this, because honestly, I can't even tell if these guys are playing or not. I mean, I'm dying, so I guess, but yeah, and this thing, I'm pretty sure there's no like bullet travel time or velocity. There might be bullet velocity in this game, but I doubt it. Everything feels like hit scan. It feels like old COD. I don't know what to say. Look how quick it hit him. You changed the receiver on this thing. Are you making it faster or slower? I can't tell. Is there like any more detailed stats than this? I can't tell. Because I'm losing mobility when I go over to the AWS, so I assume it's like heavier duty or something. This is default. And then L11, I can't tell if it's actually slower or faster. There's no mobility hit or change at all on any of the stats, so I don't know what it does. Let me go back to default. Is there like a stat sheet or something somewhere that I'm missing that just actually tells you if any of those things change anything at all? Also, I know that some people aren't a fan of it, but I actually really like the health bar on this as well. It just makes things a little bit more clear. Holy, the whole team is here. You can tack sprint and reload at the same time. I mean, come on. You're just ready to fight at all times. It's never just something where it's like, I'm too slow, or I shouldn't have been sprinting there. It just comes straight down to reaction time and skill. Straight up. I know that's a very arcadey approach to some people. They think it's more skillful to have to deal with all of these restraints. I feel like completely unrestrained is your true ability. That's your true ceiling. I don't even use this input. Game also gets 10 times easier as soon as you swap to a fully auto weapon. Apparently there are some crazy busted attachments in this game, but I don't know which ones they are. I'm brand new here. This guy has no stock. I want the no stock. Does the no stock even make a difference other than like hurting your recoil? Does the no stock even make a difference? It says my mobility is 100. One thing that I haven't even thought about, are headshots actually doing any extra damage? Probably. It says headshot 150, so surely it's a different damage profile. Although I think damage fall off in range might be a thing. I don't want to assume it has all these different mechanics, but at the same time, I don't want to keep underestimating it. You know what I mean? Did this guy shoot me or knife me? That wasn't even... What? This knife is just absurd. Oh, okay, hold on. What? Okay. See, on his screen, he's hitting me like he's swinging with a broadsword. Whereas on my screen... Oh. Did I just hit mark him? Does he have a stab vest? Is that a thing? We lost. I keep forgetting this is actually like grind and not kill confirm. Maybe you do get more ability with the no stock. It seems like that guy's moving faster. Obviously, some frustrating things in this game. It's not going to be perfect, but down to an arcade style, it's unironically one of the best arcade shooters out at the moment. And it's just a game within Roblox. Amazing. I love gaming.